Good morning! It's time for banana bread. How is everyone this morning? Oh, I need the keyboard. That would be helpful. There we go. This morning we have banana bread from Stephen's mom who made it, and it's covered in like gold sprinkles, and it looks amazing. And then I had to order something from Target because I didn't have enough cannellini beans to make soup. So I ordered that, and it was like, you need like $5 more to have free shipping. I was like, I'll order coffee. Just grab some more K-cups. And they had these like vanilla cream puff ones, and I'm like, sure, why not? Let's try that. So that's what my coffee is this morning. Oh yeah, this was on the vlog that came out last night. So, yeah. I did not sleep great, so I'm really excited to have coffee this morning. Cortis says, how's the weather been? Every day we're supposed to have rain, but it didn't rain like the last two. So, it's been hot. It's been like over 100 with the heat index, which is approximately 40 Celsius. So it is just very hot and humid, and then it rains. Mike Boyan says, finally got electricity back yesterday because of Iowa. Yeah, I saw that come through, and our weatherman posted about it, and I sent it to family. I was like, hey, and some friends I have in Chicago. I was like, just in case you didn't know. Isn't 100 about 40 Celsius? I think it is. The phone does not want to cooperate. Pretty sure. It's about 40. Because it's been over 100. So, yeah, it's hot. And it's muggy. And it's not exciting. Let's see. I'm gonna read a couple alerts, but I think I might wait for most of them for Stephen to get back. We have a subscription from Okato. Thank you, welcome. That was on Tuesday. And then, okay, and then we're starting this morning ones. Wonderliv says, I honestly don't know how you cope with the heat. Here in the UK it's about 35 Celsius and almost 100 Fahrenheit, and I hate it. Yeah, you guys, I mean, you normally don't have that hot weather, so you don't have central air. And we have air conditioning, and we basically run it all summer because it's just way too hot. And then we don't go outside much. And then, like, you know, if we don't have a million tourists on the beach, we'll go to the beach in the evenings because it's a lot cooler there. See, where did I get the Nintendo swag? This hoodie is Steven's hoodie from like high school. It just doesn't fit him anymore because why are the beans rolling? I did not hit that. Anyway, these are our patrons, and if you're interested in figuring out more about that, one of the mods posted a link. No, I don't think that was Chaz, because that was Steven's username. Did Steven do it for mobile? Yeah. So that was not me. Unless the stream deck is really on the fritz this morning. This coffee does not have enough flavor, I think. This vanilla cream puff coffee, it's kind of watery. Aggressive. Steven, I see you. And Thomas says, should have had a Coke. Yeah. Probably. I don't know, sometimes you just want something cold and bubbly, and you're like, okay, I'll have a Coke this morning. But I just ordered a bunch of decaf coffee because I can't have coffee too late. Alright, Mike Bliss. Oh my gosh. Making loud noises. Mike Bliss 218 resubbed at tier 3, that's Platinum Toast, at 15 months and said, 15 months of subbing. How's the time fly by so quick? Also, morning Steven and Mal and Kepler, what's for breakfast? Banana bread. Banana bread, and it has walnuts in it and cinnamon chips, and I'm really excited about that. Yeah, that's really good. Did I turn off the keyboard? I did. We have a resub from Satsy at 23 months and said, these are coming in so fast now. That or the concept of time has truly become an elusive enigma and truly is escaping us all in these times of uncertainty, you know. Either or. Yeah, maybe a little bit of both. Because somehow it's already Friday tomorrow and I can't believe that. Because I feel like it was just Friday yesterday. JF Becker 1998 subscribed. Welcome. Thank you.
Coffee!
I need more coffee. Yesterday I'm really excited. It was actually supposed to be Monday. My Hobonichi order was supposed to be delivered and I missed the doorbell and apparently it needed to be signed for, which wasn't on the FedEx tracking, and I should know because I use FedEx all the time with signatures for paintings. And so they rang the doorbell and sat in the driveway and left, and I thought they would have left the package, but they didn't. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna mail the painting on Tuesday, so I'll just get it when I go to FedEx on Tuesday. So I said, hey, send it to the local FedEx, because I figured I would miss them again because I had to go to FedEx. And I went and I delivered the painting to FedEx, and I was like, hey, I know tracking doesn't say it's here yet, but hey, it's been kind of delayed all day. Is it here yet? And she looked and she's like, no. Brandon says, do you require a signature? Yes, I do. Whenever I send paintings out, I have direct signature just to make sure that it gets signed for. And they also require it after it's been insured for a certain amount. Anyway, so I was at FedEx and it wasn't there, and then they were like, it'll probably be here this afternoon. So, of course, it got delivered that afternoon to the FedEx office, and I had to go back on Wednesday and get my package from Hobonichi on Wednesday. And that means I can open it today, because I had to do some work yesterday. And this is not any of my Techo stuff, because that doesn't start till September 1st. But I have it. Setsy says Pollyanna. Yep, that's what I ordered. And the mother shirts. Actually, those were sold out. I went on the shop immediately when they were selling them, and they were already sold out.
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Sorry. That was, ill-timed, but, required.
I saw you rolled the beans.
I did. I couldn't actually hear you, but I could read chat. And I was reading chat, and people were like, come on, Grandma, do the beans. And I was like, beans. Because I can do that. It was fun. It was fun. It brought me a smile. How's the banana bread?
Good. Did you wear red because I was wearing red?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I got dressed before you.
Mm-mm.
You sure? Mm-hmm. I don't know about that. Well, regardless, I didn't like see you. So, did you copy me? Mallory every day. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? Is everybody okay? Everybody, what is it? Thursday? Mm-hmm. Thursday. We're almost to the end of the week. We're almost to the day that matters, which is Friday. You're married, you get to match. Man, that's a fair assessment. My stomach's been a little strange today, so.
Kimikawa says the shirts are back in stock. Yes, the mother shirts are back in stock. I did order one, and I put it on hold because I'll be ordering all my Techo stuff in like 2 weeks. So, I have it on hold for my order. So I have one basically reserved, and they'll send it when I order the rest of my stuff.
This is really good. I can feel my stomach settling down.
Good.
That's good. When I finished in the bathroom, I washed my hands, and I was just standing there for a second, and I had this brief, overwhelming, like, feeling of, oh, you're gonna throw up. And I was like, that's weird. Because I don't throw up. I just don't. If I throw up, so something's strange.
Can I eat?
Sorry. And then it went away. So now I'm good. Also, I have a new coffee to try.
What one? Oh, you tried the chocolate one. I'm not a big fan of the cream puff one that I got from Target.
The cream puff one?
Yeah, that was in the blue box.
I can't keep up. I don't know what we have or what's coming.
It's right there in the
stuff
counter.
Just shows up at the house. I'm like, oh, what is this?
Is it too puffy? If you count puffy as like watered down, like.
There was I know that very recently there was something that we needed or wanted
from Target.
I wasn't gonna say Target. I was gonna say there was a food thing that we wanted.
Oh, that was like 2 days ago when we were out of jam.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. We somehow went through all of our jam.
Which was impressive because it was a big Costco bottle.
Oh, I gotta tell the story. I gotta tell the story of why we need jam.
Oh, because now you're.
Because I can't eat the peanut butter.
Yeah.
This is a great story. It's not a great story, but it's a story, and I'm going to tell it as if it was great. That is definitely chocolate coffee. All right, so I've eaten peanut butter all my life. Love peanut butter. It's great. Put it in everything. Not everything, but it's good. It's a good. Is it a condiment? Does peanut butter count as a condiment? Anyway.
Brandon and Chaz are roasting you.
So it's a day that ends in Y? Got it. Anyway, love peanut butter. Have always had peanut butter. Never had any particular problems with peanut butter. I don't necessarily like crunchy peanut butter. Like, I'll eat it if I need to. Mm-hmm. But, you know, as a general rule, I'll eat whatever. Like, peanut butter's always great. When I make a sandwich at home, a lot of times I make a sandwich for lunch, I'll just have a peanut butter sandwich. Like, I very, very rarely put jam on it. I don't do a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I just do a peanut butter sandwich. I like it. It's wonderful. However, the other day when we were doing our shopping, I say the other day, it's probably been a month now, when we were doing our shopping at Costco, they had peanut butter there, and I've never bought peanut butter there, but because we were already buying stuff there, I'm like, oh, you know.
I'll go through it.
Yeah, like, it's cheap, and, you get a lot of it, and I was like, okay, I'll do this. And it was organic peanut butter. And I'm not the type of person to usually buy organic stuff. I'd rather just buy the normal stuff and save money.
And I couldn't warn you because I've never had it.
Right.
I haven't had peanut butter since...
Mal's allergic to peanuts.
Since I was like 16.
So anyway, I was like, well, I wouldn't normally buy organic peanut butter, but it's still cheaper than it is to buy at the store, so yeah, sure, whatever. Costco. I get it home, and I realize that organic peanut butter is, by association, natural peanut butter. So when I open it up, it's like, you know, it's got to be stirred. It's not a big problem, but I'm like, all right. So I stir it up, put it on a sandwich, and then put it in the fridge because it's got to be refrigerated. Put it on the sandwich, take a bite, and I was like, oh. I expect peanut butter to be sweet. It wasn't. It was not sweet. And that caught me off guard. A few things about this peanut butter. It's gritty. Like, it's not a crunchy peanut butter, but grit. There's some grit in it. It is, without a doubt, the stickiest substance on the face of this planet. I've had so many different peanut butters over the course of my life, so many different brands. I've tried all sorts of different things. I have never in my entire life had a peanut butter that stuck to the roof of my mouth like this. I felt like I needed a fire hose to clear out the inside of my mouth when I was done. So that was fun. But most importantly, it wasn't sweet, and it was very... Not what I was expecting it to taste like. I suffered through that peanut butter sandwich. And when I got to the end, I was like, Mal, I got 2 giant tubs of this peanut butter. I was like, how am I going to do this? She's like, you're going to have to use it with jam. So then we got jam so I could have peanut butter jelly. And that works fine. Like, there's enough sugar in the jam and enough anti-stick to
anti-stick
to get it out of your mouth. Anyway, that's my story. Rude. I guess jam is actually technically sticky, but whenever you compare it to the stickiness of that natural organic peanut butter, is completely different.
See, some of the problems...
That's your story and I'm sticking to it.
Some of your problems with the organic peanut butter is what I've dealt with almond butter and cashew butter and... What else have I tried? Sunflower butter. I do not like almond butter. Not almond. Yeah, almond. I don't like almond butter.
I don't trust some of them nuts. Some of them nuts, okay.
Well, I don't like almonds. They're like... I don't like how they taste.
Andrew in the kitchen says a better word to describe that consistency is cloying. What if just real sticky?
Instead, real sticky.
Everybody immediately knows what it means.
Sun butter is good, AJ Red says. Yeah, sun butter's fine. I just prefer cashew best. Because I can't have peanut butter. Hi, baby cat.
Thomas Band. Anyway, just something to be aware of.
Come here.
If you're trying to save money and you're in the Costco and you're like, oh, I'll buy this peanut butter.
Don't.
Well, it's not that you can't. Just I want people to be aware of what they're getting into before they pick it up. Because it's, you know.
Come here, baby.
If you eat peanut butter on your own, and you've eaten it your entire life, and you've gone with, like, you know, Jif and Peter Pan and stuff, you're going to be like, oh, this is different.
Hi, come here.
So.
Good boy.
Yes.
Good
Thank you, Adrian. Be an informed consumer.
Good morning, Cappy. It's kind of cloudy out there this morning and rainy, and he was sitting at his window where his chair is and where the bird feeder is.
His window where his chair is.
Where he destroyed the blinds. And he's just sitting there staring up at the closed blinds like there's gonna be birds on the other side. And just staring at it. Just closed blinds, closed curtain. Just staring at it. And so I walked over and I was like, kitty. And so I opened it and he was very excited. But there's no birds because there hasn't been birdseed for like 4 days.
Chaz is completely correct. No sun, no birds. Breakfast stream is the third choice for Kep.
Yeah, that sounds right, isn't it?
Hi, I'm here because there's nothing else to do. I guess I'll hang out with you guys.
Please don't eat the hoodie
All
string.
right, let me read some things. I see that you read some things.
I read like 3.
That's good. That's good. There's 300 bits from Squid, and he says, "Good morning. I've been up for 2 hours and I already want a nap. I feel like a mummy." Also, I can relate to that. There's not necessarily this morning, but there's definitely mornings where like I get up and moving. I get up. You know what it is? I get up and moving long enough. Sometimes if I wake up at like 10, wake up at 10, get up, get started on some stuff, have lunch, and then right after lunch, I'm like, I'm tired. And if I fight that, I'll be fine. But if I succumb to that, then I lose time.
What are you doing, kitty?
You're moving around too much.
I'm trying to just get him on.
No, him. Oh, what a good baby. He's starting to purr.
He's a good boy.
Do you do 2 p.m. coffee? I'll do
Any time of day coffee.
I will do 11 p.m. coffee.
And then go to bed an hour later.
Yeah. It just doesn't, at least I'm not aware that it has any negative effect on me. I can just sleep. I'm like, oh yeah. Because, and sometimes I'll have a coffee, like, sometimes I'll end the day with a coffee, or if we have any sort of, like, sweet or something at night, sometimes I'll have a coffee. Or I'll do tea. But I've never noticed any issues being able to sleep by having coffee at night. So, I don't know. I think I get it from my dad. Because my dad can drink massive amounts of coffee and it doesn't seem to bother him. And you can't have coffee after noon.
Nope.
So we're very different. Spark says, tea all day, every day. Is that too British of me? I love tea. We drink a lot of tea here too. But there's definitely coffee happening. Daily? Mm-hmm. Probably daily. Oh, that's good. Jacebook says, so happy to report that on Tuesday I had an orientation for my job and that it went well. Thank you for the good vibes you and chat sent me. Nice. Good to hear. Let's see, we got 400 bits from Howie Sona. It says, morning, Stephen and Mal. I'm all moved into my dorm and it's going swimmingly. My question this morning is, have you seen the Peggy stat block for D&D 5th edition, the Hunter's Journal made on Twitter? Also for Mal, would you recommend I unroll one of your prints? I have seen the Peggy stat block. I have seen that. I'm pretty sure it was the same one. I have seen a Peggy stat. There might have been more than one person that's made it too. Would you recommend I unroll one of your prints?
Unroll, if it's been rolled up. Do you think?
I mean, you have to unroll it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna put it up. I'm not sure exactly what that is in relation to. Can you roll?
How is the keyword? Thank you, Chaz. It does say how.
Yeah, we skipped that word completely. Chaz is like, don't worry, everyone. I can read. I'm like, no. How would you recommend I enroll in your prints? You just put it between some heavy books.
Yeah, you can weigh it down.
That's generally how I've always done that sort of thing. It gets harder the bigger.
Yeah, if you have like a as big as the actual painting is, which is 18 by 24, that's a lot harder to have stay flat and like...
But still not impossible. But yeah, put it on a flat table and get a bunch of heavy books.
Yeah, and if it's something like a table where it's not gonna like ruin the print side of it, I would put it face down. Because it's normally curled with the print inward, so that would be pushing from the back side of the curl. To
some extent, if you could get the less objects you use is probably the better. Like if you had, for example, if you lay out a print, instead of having like several books, if you had one big, I don't know why you'd have one big book, but if you had...
Or lots of smaller books close together.
Sure.
Like if they were all touching.
Sure.
Yeah.
The main goal there is to
even pressure.
Yeah. But it'll be fine, basically. It'll be fine. Brandon prefers the 18 by 24 inch edition of books. I mean, I've definitely seen some really big coffee table books. That's pushing the limits of how big books should legally be allowed to be. That's pretty large, but yeah. We got 14 months from Nixelpad, who says, "Good morning, grandparents. So, I'm starting with setting up my classroom this Monday coming up, and I wanted to check up on what my room looked like. It turns out I'm in a portable, so this is going to be a fun year."
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too. I hope that you have, like, air conditioning at least.
A lot of them are.
Well, I just have very vivid memories
of being in a portable.
Of being in a portable as a kid and not having air conditioning. Which, you'd think it's kind of weird.
Down here?
Down here.
Yeah.
Did they want to kill children? Maybe. Maybe that was the
I've only
goal.
been in a portable once. Because I went to go get a class when I taught elementary and they were in a portable. We were calling it the cottage.
Beautiful day to go to the cottage, don't you think? Just a bit. Just a little bit.
Ooh, there's something in my eye.
The cottage is generous.
I thought it was a nice portable, but that was the only one I was ever in.
Penguin Frog asks, portable what? It's a trailer.
It's a trailer, like a...
It's a trailer. They
wheel in a classroom that's like just the room.
I think, is a portable just a more palatable word for a trailer?
Yeah.
Because no one wants to be like, your kids are learning in a trailer, so they go, they're in a portable classroom.
Yeah.
But it's a trailer, is what it is. Yeah. Max says, oh, we call that barracks. Interesting.
In Norway.
Yeah. Barracks are...
Here they're specifically...
It's specifically military.
Housing.
Military housing.
Yeah, that's what that is here.
So that's interesting. Huh. Trevbot says, we called them satellites. I've heard that name before.
In Australia, they're called demountables.
What? There's so many words. Oh, Max says the military meaning is also here. Oh, okay.
Pods at university. I've heard them called pods.
Also, hi, Jules. Welcome.
Jules says you look lovely and well slept. No. Not me.
Just me. I slept alright. I think. I think I did. Did I? Probably.
Bourbon Dodongo says we call them prefab in the UK. I've heard houses called prefab here. That would be similar, but...
It's wild to me that there's so many names for the same frickin' thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, trying to understand how the etymology evolved to such a point where, like, different countries have different words for things. I don't know.
Thanks, Jules.
Thanks, buddy. I hope you're doing well.
We call them prefab classrooms in South Africa. They literally used to be built from asbestos.
Do. I'm gonna keep moving. 300 bits from Mam in Iowa. It says, morning, I can't stay to watch as we're running on no power since Monday around 12:30 thanks to derecho.
That was that crazy storm.
Oh, that came through. Think 100 plus mile per hour winds / category 2 hurricane in the middle of Iowa. See you all on the VOD when we get back, when we get internet back. So that's the same one that ultimately went through Chicago, right?
Yes. It was real bad in Iowa.
Gross. In Iowa, I would assume Iowa would get it pretty bad because Iowa's fairly flat.
Yes.
So you've got just there's nothing to block the wind. It's coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Also, am in Iowa is in Iowa. Makes a lot of sense. I'm learning a lot today.
My knee so intently, Kepler.
I mean, listen, it's possible to write other. So I could write am in
Georgia,
and that wouldn't be true. You can lie on the internet.
On the internet, no one knows you're a dog.
Nobody. Anyway, yeah, I had Mao had told me all about that storm, and that's nuts. Because once you get to 100 mile per hour plus, that's when you start going, ah.
Yeah.
When's our next
storm?
Yeah.
Josephine?
Since you keep up on it.
Josephine, I think, is supposed to form today. It's currently a invest, but they're saying it's going to get torn apart by wind shear and then curve out to sea.
Oh, well then that doesn't count.
But that's the next one. But it will be the earliest J-named storm on record. Because I think the last one was like on August 22nd of some year, so it will be earlier than that as a J-named storm.
So we have more storms this year than any other year.
Well, so far, for the time with how many days the year has had.
That's kind of neat.
Like, when Isaias came through, it was the earliest I-named storm.
2020 is breaking records.
Why do storms have to be named? They name hurricanes because then it's easier to know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
They didn't used to be named. And then sometimes there'd be different parts of the U.S. get hit, and they'd be like, well, which one is it?
Yeah. But they only earn a name once they hit a certain wind speed.
Mm-hmm.
So once they hit a certain wind speed, then they start giving them names so we can talk about it.
And every year they have, it's a list of names, and then if a storm gets bad enough to do a certain amount of damage, they retire that name. So there will not be another Hugo, there will not be another Katrina, or Sandy, I think, was retired. And then every 5 years, I think, they reuse names that weren't retired.
Yeah. Jules asked, when is Hurricane Stephen? There's probably, like, data that show when the last hurricanes... Well, I don't know if we've ever had Hurricane Stephen.
Hurricane names.
Mal will find out. And then we'll know.
The S name this year is going to be Sally.
Sally. Also, hurricanes are a great way to ruin someone's name. Because now everyone on Earth named Katrina has to deal with the baggage of Hurricane Katrina. Or Sandy, yeah. So then you've got... Then you've got to, you know, that whole thing. Anyway. Ride, Sally, ride. Hopefully Sally will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And we're on J?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get to Sally. Oh, we're definitely gonna get to Sally.
They're forecasting us to get all the way through W, which is the last one.
You said we're gonna get through all the letters and we're gonna have to go to the Greek alphabet.
Yes, that's what happens.
Woo! Who's excited for Hurricane Beta? We'll be going through the stages of development. Be like, Hurricane Alpha was a good start. Hurricane Beta, we really improved things. Hurricane Zulu, was that the Z?
There is no Z.
What do you mean there's no Z?
They get to W, and then they start Alpha, Beta.
Why?
I don't know. It's A to W, then Greek letters.
Are there just not enough X names?
Maybe.
And if they figure there's not enough X names, they're like, skip Y and Z. That's strange. Q is in there, right? Sorry, this is important to me now.
No, Q is not in there.
All right. Well,
This year,
all of the Quincy's of the world.
Arthur, Bertha, Cristobal, Dolly, Edward, Faye, Gonzalo, Hannah,
safe.
Isaias, Josephine, Kyle, Laura, Marco, Nana, Omar, Paulette, Renee, Sally, Teddy, Vicky, Wilfred.
Dude, Vicky's gonna mess us up. Vicky's gonna. I'm just forecasting right now. When Vicky gets here, everyone hold on. We'll see. Penguin Frog says, hello, yes, my name is Quincy. Sad that I'll never be a hurricane.
Coffee.
Pros and cons. Pros and cons. Not being a hurricane means that, yeah, you never have a hurricane associated with you. But also, the pro is, you never have a hurricane associated with you. Because if there was a Hurricane Quincy, and it was like, Hurricane Quincy was responsible for the complete destruction of Florida. It came in so hard and so strong that it chopped Florida off and it's drifted off to sea. Then for the rest of life, whenever people met anyone named Quincy, they'd be like, oh, you killed Florida. So, pros and cons.
Your brain just wildly goes in a different direction.
Than yours? Or most people's?
Anyone.
Is that a pro or a con? Even in the U.S., people feel very, very indifferent about Florida. It's like, we keep Florida around.
Kitty cat sleeping. How's your coffee?
Hurricane Karen. Well, we're already at J, so...
K is Kyle this year.
K is Kyle. 13 months from Destiny Light 2. Thank you. 20 months from Shaman, who says, not sure what to say, so I'll just go with this. Hello, Stephen Knights, and welcome to Thursday. Appropriate. Very appropriate. Jill says, Florida's our drunk uncle we're forced to invite to Thanksgiving. Hold on, is he drunk when he comes, or is he drunk when he's there?
All the time.
If he's drunk when he arrives, I'm like, yes. No clear answer, just yes. I like how Chad is collectively on the same page. Like, yes. I have not had
Coffee.
lies. I have not had a meal like a Thanksgiving or a Christmas or any of that with
Since Christmas.
I am going somewhere with this. I was gonna say I haven't had a meal with like an extended family member, like with an uncle or anything, since I was a child.
Coffee.
Did you know that?
You had it with my family?
What?
Like when you...
First off,
Last time we went to Wisconsin for Christmas, we went to the family events.
First off, your family is not my family.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
From marriage, yes. Just as I married into your family, you married into mine.
Yeah, but hold on. How deep does that go? Because, like, your dad
Yeah.
is my father-in-law.
Yes.
But, like, are we going to start being like, oh, your uncle is my uncle-in-law? How deep does this rabbit hole go? It goes all the way. Oh my god, I'm married into the whole thing?
Coffee.
Yes.
Joke's on you. You're married into my family.
I know that.
So every in-law, like, just everybody.
You're part of the family.
Thank you.
You married me.
Huh. Because, like, you know, I was like, you know, Carly's my sister,
Yeah.
and I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
And then, like, extended, like, you got a bunch of aunts and uncles. They're not my aunts and uncles, but I guess they are.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I'm learning a lot today. We had 103 bits from Mr. Game Boy. Thank you, Mr. Game Boy. And also 100 bits from Joshua F36. Thank you as well. 4 months from Katie from Iona. Says, good morning. Can't believe it's been 4 months already. Today is probably going to be the last time I can watch a breakfast stream for a while since school starts on Monday for me. Hope you both are having a good morning so far. And my brother says hi. Well, hi, Katie. And hi, Katie's brother. And I hope school starts safely and goes well. Got 19 months from Vegetable Sorbet. Appreciate it.
Steven, I like Carly, but the rest of your family.
Your family's great.
There's just very.
Your family's great.
There's just a lot of them.
Are there 3 aunts on your mom's side that I could not name in a lineup? Absolutely.
My mom's sisters do
Absolutely.
look a lot alike.
There's 3 of them, and I know I can see the 3 of them in my head. Although they all look alike, and I just have like a handful of names, and I'm just like this one. I don't know. Renee asking the important questions. Do they watch Breakfast Stream because family reunions might get interesting? I know your dad's side of the family perfect.
That's because you hung out with a bunch of them in Arizona.
Probably helped.
Yeah.
Probably helped. Their names? Cindy?
That is one of them.
Cindy 2. Cindy Jr. Cindy 2 Jr. I don't know. Listen, it's hard. It's hard.
My mom's sisters all do look alike.
Cindy 2 Electric Boogaloo. Electric Cindaloo. Ooh. Lots of Cindys in that lineage. Yeah, that side of the family, they were like, and we shall name you. I was trying to think of some of the boy names, and I'm like, shoot, what are their names? Quinn. We shall name you Quinn, and you... What's the big guy? I don't know your... Oh, man, I'm learning right now, live, that I don't know your mom's side of the family at all.
Watch Carly be watching this morning.
What's the guy that's like... Howie? It's not Howie, is it? Shoot! Oh, this is...
My mom is like middle of 13 children. Middle-ish.
What's that guy's name? Randy?
No.
Howie.
No, there's neither in my family.
Big Al.
No.
Listen.
Yeah, my mom's side is larger than my dad's side.
Listen. I want everyone to understand why this is so difficult for me. Aside from the fact that I just experienced difficulties. I have one
Coffee.
I have one uncle on each side of my parents' family.
Your parents each have one sibling.
My parents each have one brother, and that's it. That's all I gotta know. That's the only thing I gotta know. Her family, her mom's side has 13, and her dad's side has 7. So I have 2. She has 10 times the amount that I do. How on earth am I supposed to remember them? I can barely remember mine. That's why I'm thinking about that guy, and I'm like, listen, I'm starting to wonder if maybe his name really is Howie, and you just forgot.
Not.
I think it might be. That's just...
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Scott.
Scott! Scotty! His name's Scotty! Scotty! You can see how I got to Howie, because I had that E sound at the end. Scotty! God. When was the last time I even saw him?
Last time you were in Wisconsin, 4th of July.
God. Anyway, so I just want people to understand that when Stephen lists Cindy, Cindy 2, and Cindy Jr., it's because there's 20 of them. There's 20 of them, and I only see them like once in a while. It's so hard. It's so difficult. Yeah, Brandon says, just remember, audience, if he remembers your name and your name is different from your username, it's a miracle. Yeah. It really is. There's not a lot going on up here. I can't remember people's, like, names and stuff. I can't remember your family. I'm so glad that
And everyone has 2 kids at least.
Oh, no, I've given up on the kids.
The cousins, yeah.
Yeah. I've given up on the kids. Sorry. Like, there's times we've been to some of the family things. There's people that are basically our age, and I'm thinking, I do not know who you are. So I just have to be like, hey, you!
Coffee.
How's it been? And they're like, hey, Steven. And I'm like, yeah, it's my name. Everyone's got one. Isn't that wild? How's school been? Like, oh, I graduated 2 years ago. I know. Cool. Anyway, I gotta keep moving. 21 months from Jayazak. Morning, all. Looking forward to Breath of the Wild tomorrow. I haven't been able to see them live for a few weeks because of work, but I'll be there live tomorrow. Cool. It's gonna be a good time. We're still exploring. We got 300 bits from Macau 2020 with the Bean Star Rain. 300 bits from Shushisama. Question, when you're running low on coffees, do you ever mix flavors? I've got Donut Shop and Breakfast Blend, and I've been mixing those. Makes a good flavor. I mean, our coffees are in little tiny plastic pods, so it would be hard to do that.
Unless you were doing like a double cup. One of each.
Now, occasionally I'll have ground coffee, because I got the little thing that lets you put the grounds in the thing. Occasionally I have ground coffee, but not often. What I do occasionally, though, in the evenings, usually on Saturday nights, whenever I'm like, I want a coffee, but I want it nicer, is I'll put
Nicer.
I'll put hot chocolate mix into the bottom of the cup, and then
Make coffee.
I'll make coffee. So it's like a little mocha thing, and that's good. But otherwise, I don't mix stuff a whole lot, because if I have ground coffee, I probably only have one type of ground coffee. Let's see, we got 7 months from Frora Wolf. Appreciate that. 18 months from Gadzooks, who says, send a message, chat this in slow-mo. Did I do it right? You did it. It's a 1+. 300 bits from Thursday is 7. I'm leaving for college on Saturday, so I won't be able to catch the stream live for a while. However, I should be able to be at more Zelda streams, so it evens out. Either way, can I have some good vibes for this big change, please? Good vibes.
Kepi is purring for you.
Just for you. College on Saturday. Yeah, you got two days. I'm glad you'll at least be at the Zelda streams, because those are entertaining. And you can always, just watch the breakfast stream VODs on YouTube should you need some time to fill. And chat's got you back. We got 2 months from a lover's rose. Good morning, grandparents. Hope Grandpa feels better soon. Thanks. My stomach seems to have settled down, so it's really rare that I have to go. Like, I can't put it off, but it happens. Kid Venicus gifts a sub to Plusonic. LB308 resubs 9 months and says, 9 months already, time flies. It does. That's a triple plus 2. 500 bits from Zelda Master 702. It's my 28th year of existence today, and I can't think of a better way of spending my birthday morning than with my favorite internet grandparents. Congrats on 2/3 of the albatrosses off your back.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. 28 is a good year, because you're really bridging that gap between 25 and 30. 25 starts your march towards the progress of, I don't know, like a deeper understanding of the world. By the time you get to 28, you've got things in your grasp, and you're like, I'm starting to get this whole existence thing.
Can you lay your head down, please?
He says, no, I can't do that.
Is he
Brandon says, in 30, Galaxy
sleepy,
Brain.
or is he like wanting to leave?
No, his eyes are like shut.
Aw.
He's resting.
I can feel him purring across like my whole torso.
He's very sweet, actually. Here, so you can see.
Oh, he's
Is he darling? He's very sweet. He's very sweet.
Oh, there his head goes.
And and actually, Zero Suit Toadette just resubbed for 7 months and did triple Kepi head because it got the Kepi. Anyway. I gotta keep moving. 300 bits from Mimic Man. Woke up at my normal time of 5:30 today, and am now starting the process of getting my room cleaned up so I can go back to college without worrying about my dad cleaning my room myself and triaging things. Well, first off, 5:30 is a wild wake-up time. That's my takeaway from that. I guess
you would not be getting up at 5:30.
Yeah, I read that entire thing, and that was the thing. I was like, man, that's really. I wouldn't mind getting up. The hardest part for me is going to bed, though. If I could get up early to like watch the sun come up, I would love that. But the problem is I don't think I can get in bed early enough consistently to make that a reality, because I can't go to bed at 9 p.m., 9 or 10 p.m. Like, I can't. I just can't. I feel particularly productive between, like 8 and 11 p.m. So. Mm-hmm. Brandon says, midnight bedtime makes 5:30 hard, indeed. I mean, I could force myself to get up. Jules says, just do what I do and stay up until the sun goes up. So that, I mean, I know we rag on Jules a little bit, but that actually, if you're getting enough sleep, and it just so happens that you're catching the sunrise as a result, that's not inherently flawed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you can function that way, mm-hmm. and you've been up, I don't know, you wake up at, let's say, like 1 a.m., it's a weird wake-up time for most people, but if you woke up at 1 a.m., you would still catch the sunrise. So, I get both sunrise and sunset. It's pretty sick. So here's the big thing for me. I can't wake up when it's night. I just can't. Like, if I wake up...
And it's dark out.
If I wake up past sunset...
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah, I don't mind waking up when it's dark. Like, if I wake up when it's like 5:30 a.m., that's fine, because the sun's going to come up. But if I wake up when the sun has already set, like, let's say the sun sets at 7. If I wake up at 7:15, the depression is palpable. I mean, like, it's just, and then the day is just ruined. Unfortunately, I haven't done that, I think, in probably years. But that's very real for me. If any, and not everyone's built the same, but I can't do it. I mean, I wake up and I see that I've woken up at night, and I'm like, oh, that's okay. So there's been a few times that has happened in my life, and there has to be sunlight. There has to, like, at least a little bit. At least a little bit. Anyway, 300 bits from Jared Dillon, 2710. Morning, just a friendly reminder to everyone, dust can be very detrimental to your well-being. Haven't been feeling all that great the past few days. Decided to clean my room, got rid of a surprising amount of dust, and started to feel better very quickly. It's always important to clean every so often.
I always feel better when things are clean.
Yeah.
And if we do like a specific room, I like to walk into it multiple times in the next couple days and be like, yeah.
And on that note, along with that sentiment of just, you know, cleaning is good, if you have a traditional...
A traditional Peggy.
I was going to say a desktop. If you have a traditional desktop, don't forget to blow it out every once in a while, because there could be dust or Peggies in there, and your computer...
Dust summons Peggy.
Is that what it is? Mm-hmm. Peggy loves dust? It could have different connotations. Yeah, blow out your computer every once in a while. Especially if you get crap on your, like, your CPU cooler fan. You can... It can make noises and sound bad, and
Are you
performance
blowing
can
out
be bad.
that computer today?
Yeah. Yeah, I will, just because I'm gonna be in there.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I'm gonna be,
Because I know you just opened up that one.
Yeah, I just cleaned out the Windows computer. Today I'm gonna be cleaning out the stream box, because I'm gonna be replacing the, hard drive in it today. I'm gonna be moving from a 4 terabyte mechanical to a 1 terabyte solid state.
Are you trying to flip upside down?
I ran tests, by the way. I don't know if people saw those vlogs, but I ran tests on that hard drive, and the tests were like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, don't trust. So we're putting a new drive in it, because I don't want to lose any Zelda streams. We got 21 months from Wizard grad student. 6 months from Family Jules, who says, good morning, Mom and Dad. You guys look lovely and well slept. Thank you, Jules. You're a good boy. And Jules got those 2 pluses now. Jules, I hope you've been well.
I wish we could visit.
Yeah, I wish the whole TRG family could get together at some point, but we're just all patiently waiting until that's a reality again. I've caught some of Jules'
Coffee.
every once in a while. I'll tune into some of the stuff Jules is doing. Jules does a lot of speedrun stuff. I've watched him do some. I watched him do stuff with Mario 64, and then also he was doing Tony Hawk 2. And then recently he's been doing Banjo-Kazooie. And it's always entertaining. I know a lot of people associate Jules with Metal Guitar Boy. But he also does the video games. So much Mario. Doing those, what are they called?
Speedrun?
LBJs? Is that it? Long backwards jumps? I'm pretty sure that's it. Anyway, BLJs. Is it BLJs?
Backwards
long jump. Oh.
Oh, is it cat stretch?
LBJ. Yeah, I was going to say LBJ is Lyndon B. Johnson. Lyndon B. Johnson, baby.
Did you need a belly pet? Did you try and roll?
11 months from Alex Renner says, good morning, grandparents. I hope today's a good day for y'all. Thank you. Oh.
What? Were you just reminded of something?
Nope.
Okay, bye.
My day just changed. I'll be back.
Bye. Oh, Kippy's very concerned.
You'll be fine.
Where is he going? Where's he going? There is much concern in Kippy's life. Oh, we have to go investigate. Goodbye. Anyway. These pillows for the back of our couch get really pushed down. And then it gets really uncomfortable. Are you gonna take over for his spot? Huh? Huh? Is this now Kepi's spot? You gonna help me with the stream? Anyway. Oh, he's laying down. You stealing a spot?
Coffee.
Spark says, Mal, have you shaded your AC dream address yet? I haven't, because I keep forgetting. When I laid in the bed and got it for the first time, I took a picture of it, and then I was like, cool, I'll post this, and then I keep forgetting. Because I'm just forgetting to go into photos and post it. I need to remember that. Hugplick says, what have you guys been watching? Just stuff on YouTube we're subscribed to, like Tom Scott and some other stuff. We haven't picked up a new show lately. We need to, because right now it's like, well, nothing's been posted to YouTube on our follows, so I guess we'll just... How have we been enjoying Breath of the Wild? We really like it. Steven really likes it. It's his favorite Zelda game. And, we both are like, oh, we want to play, but we can't until Friday. Chaz, I know, but Chaz says make an executive decision and turn on Fruits Basket. We need to get Crunchy. And then if we get Crunchy, then we have to, like, watch stuff right away. Because he's not going to sit through the ads. Anyway, I'm going to read some alerts because who knows how long he's going to be, and it's already 10. Executive decision, Chaz said. Yeah, I should just do that. Anyway. Pinkex Kiss resubbed for 10 months, said, good morning, grandparents and extended family. After 6 days of 30 to 35 Celsius heat in the UK, it's actually raining here now. I'm very excited. That'll be nice to cool it off a little bit. So it's a bit cooler, hopefully, and not just muggy like what happens here. Devin says, Crunchy has long ads. Yeah, it does. I've noticed that. Is Steven posting? No. No, Steven. Chaz said I get to make the decision. Juvenation resubbed for 21 months and said, happy 21 months. Last time I was able to watch Breakfast Stream live, it was only 30 minutes long. Thanks for hanging out with us during all of quarantine. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, Juvenation. And it's gotten much, much longer than 30 minutes. Did Steven say something else? Oh. He's just talking in chat, like, not paying attention to what I'm talking about. Seesaw24 resubbed 19 months and said, I got up early just for this. Morning, grandparents. Good morning. I can't read this morning, apparently. Thanks, Chess. Zeosarn sent 300 bits and said, morning, I have returned with more breakfast foods. Today it's Martabak Mantis. Imagine the thickest and fluffiest pancake omelet you could imagine. Just don't look it up on an empty stomach. Is it a pancake or an omelet, though? Jules says, Steven, welcome to the stream. Please review the rules below and be sure to drop a follow. Pancake, Zeosarn says. That sounds amazing. I love fluffy pancakes. Tropical Free says, make sure to dab that like button and vape that bell. Mr. Gameboy says, Chaz, can you time him out? Hograth VT sent 300 bits with a star rain. Thank you. Strawberry Flavored sent 300 bits and said, good morning. I'm just barely out of the rain, but I have a job interview set up for tomorrow morning, hoping for some good vibes since I really need to leave my current job. Good luck with your interview. That's gonna be exciting though. Especially, you know, to get away from your current job, so that'll be really cool. Good luck with that. Mimicman sent 300 bits and said, speaking of hurricanes, who remembers Hurricane Nate? That one's not familiar to me. I'm not sure if it was Atlantic or Pacific or... because I can't put... I remember the big ones that are historical here, and then ones that were like really major. That made like crazy news for weeks and weeks. Because like Sandy devastated like New York area. Nick Voice Acting subscribed. Thank you. Welcome. DC Racer says, where's Steven? Steven not here right now. He'll be back. Shaidiz sent 300 bits and said, shouldn't Isaias be pronounced Isaias? Also, Hurricane Carl sounds like a morbidly hilarious name for a hurricane. I'm just gonna rip up the coastline. But Carl, that kills people. I'm just pronouncing it the way I saw on our local news. They had like two pronunciations. And it was, I think, a news anchor, and she said it was either Isaias or some other way. And that was just the first one I picked up and memorized. I know our local weatherman had trouble pronouncing it. Jules says, who is Steven? I thought this was Mousestream. It is Mousestream. Is it Mousestream? It is Mousestream. Strem.
Coffee.
Oh, I scrolled the wrong window. Whoops, there we go. Don't scroll the chat back to the top. Summer Essentia sent 300 bits and said, morning, you've probably noticed in previous messages from Norwegians that we have 3 extra letters in our alphabet. They're A-E, O with a slash through it, and A with a circle above it. I would try to explain how to pronounce them, but I don't have enough brain cells for that at the moment. I remember the accents from French, but I don't remember how they get pronounced. And I remember only one of their names, and I remember the German ones better. But there's a lot of German words in Wisconsin, so I tend to remember German things. You stole his, he's gonna come back in a second. You're gonna have to give up. Give up the spot. You're gonna lose your seat, Kepi. Oh, there he is, Kepi. You're gonna lose your seat. You're gonna lose your seat, Kepi. He's very upset. There's Kepi. Hi.
Okay.
Coffee.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Chess says I get to pick the next show.
Okay.
I saw you in chat.
What? What? You don't know that I was there? I guess you can read it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm thinking that I'm gonna put the Xbox into the living room because I didn't know that the Xbox could play Blu-rays. But if it can, then we can I can leave it down there because Mal's wanted to play Red Dead, so she'd be able to play Red Dead, and then also we could like watch a show or whatever. So both things would be options. I'd be down for that. You never did finish BioShock.
No.
But in all fairness, the tone of BioShock was not really something you wanted to play back in like February and March.
No.
And then, you know, things didn't really get better in the world, and you're like, I don't really want to play BioShock right now. And I was like, yeah, fair, completely fair. So we'll just plug it up. Will your Xbox One know how to play any disc other than Fallout? Oh, actually, it's funny that you mentioned that. I never told you this. I had talked to Chaz. When I was doing the finale, I had already recorded everything. I'd put Fallout away. And I was like, cool, we're all set. And then when I was working on editing everything, I got to the credits portion, and I was like, crap, I need the stats. So I need to put the game back in and get the stats. And when I put it in the Xbox was like, there's no disc in me. And I was like, what? So it kept coming up, and it was like, you know, this disc can't be read. I'm like, what? So I ejected it, put it back in. This disc can't be read. Ejected it, put it back in. This disc can't be read. I think I tried it like 5 times before finally it was like, oh, okay. And I was thinking, how funny would it be that, like, I do this game, and as soon as I'm done recording the game, it's like, Xbox exploded. It's done. I don't know. Anyway, there was 300 bits from Goldmage, who says, Typhoon Peggy, known in the Philippines as Typhoon Gating or Goding, was a very intense super typhoon that formed during the 1986 Pacific typhoon season. At the time of its occurrence, the typhoon was documented by Pagasa as the 8th strongest Philippine typhoon on record. It had 205 to 260 mile-per-hour winds, did $512 million in 1986 dollars of damage, and killed over 400 people. Holy crap. But also, typhoons are like nothing to shake a stick at.
It's just the word for hurricane in the Pacific. Like on the...
What?
It's basically a hurricane.
What? No. Stop. That's not true. That's not true. Every time I've ever seen footage of typhoons, I'm like, those are crazy. You're just telling me it's... No. No. Stop. Stop. They're special hurricanes.
This is from NOAA.
The only difference between a hurricane and a typhoon is the location where the storm occurs.
This is from the National American Weather Service. Has your worldview been shattered?
They're special hurricanes. So they're the same thing. Let it never be said that you don't learn something every day. I thought for sure it was different in some way.
What did Jules say?
Always has been. Anyway, 300 bits from Jared Dillon. He says, having a big extended family is fun, especially when your cousins start having kids. I have 8 aunts and uncles on my dad's side alone. But you still have a long way to go to get to 13. But I guess that would be hard now. You're probably not going to get 5 more aunts and uncles. I didn't think that went all the way through. Well, tell them to get on that. They're really old. It's too bad. I'm impressed by everyone that has large families, because my family has always been like... here's the thing. Not only has my family been small, but like I don't even see them.
Because you live far from...
Yeah, several hundred miles away. So it's just really bizarre the idea of people having like lots and lots of family, because I'm like, what? What's family? What is that? There's mom and dad, and that's it. There is no one else. 310 bits from Gadzooks, who says, Big Ow implies the existence of Little Ow and Medium Ow, Stephen. Please do not take us down this rabbit hole, please. I'm sorry. You're thinking of Big Cindy, Little Cindy, and Medium Cindy.
You could have guessed, like, Tom, because I have...
Tom!
I have, like, 3 Uncle Toms.
I forgot you have a Tom!
I have 3 Uncle Toms.
No, you don't.
Well, 1 on each side and then 1 from marriage.
Oh.
He's sort of an in-law, I guess.
For a minute, I thought, like, your grandmother named 2
No.
of her children Tom,
No.
and I was like...
No, 1 married in.
Okay. I'll name you Tom and you Bill, and... Oh, I just really love the name Tom, so you get to be Tom, too. 300 bits from Starlight Moon. Birthday bits because it's my birthday today, and wanted to share some love with my internet grandparents. As Steven says every Friday stream, do something for yourself. So it's ramen and boba takeout for dinner tonight, which I haven't had in forever. Have a great day and excited for Breath of the Wild tomorrow. Yahaha. First off, happy birthday. I do think you should do something for yourself, so I'm glad that you've got plans. We had ramen last night. I mean, it was the frozen kind.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, we had... we'd put a soft-boiled egg in it and also Japanese...
White pepper.
White pepper. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really lovely. I actually really, really enjoyed it, so... Thanks, Chaz. She had her grandma voice at the time she was naming her kids, huh? Chaz, it's very discriminatory. Some people are born with a grandma voice, I'll have you know.
When you shake your head when you talk, your curls just...
Oh, I can't... don't shake your head ever. Don't. It's how you trigger vertigo. I just did that, just a few motions, and my brain was like, what are you doing? Christ, stop! Whew. Yeah, I've got enough going on today that I don't need to add any other trauma upstairs.
Happy birthday, Starlit Moon.
Yeah, happy birthday. 300 bits from Kimikawa, 300 bits from Cindy Jr. Thanks, little Cindy. Also 300 bits from Kimikawa says, that was a little unfair. I understand how you feel, Steven. My mom talks about family members I have never met and can't keep track because her parents both had 9+ kids. There's just so many, and it's hard enough to keep track of aunts and uncles, let alone when they start having babies, because then you're like, I don't know them all. I just really don't. And I, you know, in my own family, have seen my family so little in the past 10 years. Like...
Do you have cousins you haven't met because of that, living far away?
I don't know.
I think you have cousins. Yeah, you definitely have cousins I haven't met.
I don't have that many cousins. Mm-hmm. I think I have 5. I could not name them all.
Your parents are watching and you're gonna get a text message.
Yeah, I feel bad about that, but like I have 5 cousins. I'm trying to think if I could name. No, I could name. Okay, no, I know their names. Yeah. If there's 6, I don't. And there might be 6, but I think there's 5. 3 on one side and 2 on the other. So. But again, that's from one. There are 2 from one family and 3 from another family. Because remember, I only have 2 uncles. My mom is a brother and my dad is a brother, and that's it. But you know, in the last 10 years, I have seen my extended family. Less than 5 times, I think.
Spark says, didn't you work on family trees at some point? Yes.
Yeah.
But I didn't go into the cousins. You have to stop somewhere, because you could just keep going and going, and... There's a text message now.
Mom says I have 6. You liar. I have 5.
She's starting to name them.
I know those 2, and I know 3 more. There are not 6. Tell me the other 4.
She's probably typing them, because there's 4 more.
What's going to happen is she's going to type them out and be like, wait, there's 5. There's not 6.
No, I know there's 4 on that side.
No, there are not. Get out. You don't know that there's...
Yeah, I do. Because those are the 3 I've met. And then the 4th one is the older one that I haven't met.
Oh my god, there are 6. Who's that last one? Who is that? Who is that?
She was like 6 when they came down here.
I've met her?
Yeah.
So I have 6 cousins. Listen. I have seen them how many times?
Once. Maybe twice.
That last one?
Yeah.
I didn't even know I'd ever met her. And you're saying I met her like once?
Yeah.
And she was like 6?
Yeah, she was like a kid, like elementary school. You didn't... When you grow up, like, you know your cousins, because, like, you go to Christmas and you hang out. But once you get to be an adult, and if your aunts and uncles have kids, you don't normally see them as much, especially living out of state. Because, like, I have cousins, like, one of my aunts had 3 boys, and I'd have to really think about which one is which.
My 2 oldest cousins,
Yeah.
that are closest to my age, I have one on my dad's side and one on my mom's side. I saw both of them in 2008 at my grandfather's funeral, which is my mom's dad. They were both there. I am almost positive that is the last time that I saw them.
Yeah, that sounds right, because they haven't visited here.
So I have
we
not
didn't see them when we went through.
I have not seen them in 12 years, either of them. That event was the last time I saw either of them. It's actually kind of wild that they were both there.
One of them has kids.
What? Anyway, I'm learning a lot. There was another funeral that we attended in 2018, but none of them were there.
No.
That was
That was like
different part of the family.
That was your dad's uncle.
Yeah.
So, like, your dad's aunts and uncles were there.
Yeah.
So they were your great aunts and uncles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so to put that all into, like, perspective, if you have extended family that, like, you see, like, fairly often, and you're like, oh, I have cousins and I hang out, my version of that is I haven't seen I have not seen my cousins in 12 years. The other cousins that I have seen
are much younger than you.
Yeah, and they were here once on a vacation, and we had dinner with them, and
they were like younger than 18, because one of them graduated a couple years ago. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
All right, let's keep moving. 300 bits from Darkness Pride with the good vibe star rain. That was well timed. 300 bits from A Lover's Rose. Hello, grandparents. On the topic of family, my parents are the 4th of 9 and 3rd of 8. On both sides, there is Robert, Chris, and a Deborah. Family's complex. I understand you, Grandpa. Looking forward to Breath of the Wild tomorrow. It is complex. It's very hard. Like, there's so many, there's so many other things that are going on in my own life at any given time that just remembering that I have extended family is hard.
I have family that lives out of the state.
I don't ever see them.
I have family that lived out of Wisconsin. I have family that lives out of the country now.
Yeah, that's right.
Because one of my cousins is in South Africa.
Yep.
But, like, I kind of equate it to my family in Colorado or Maine. Like, they didn't always come home for Christmas. So they were very removed from the rest of the family. So I kind of feel like that's kind of how you grew up like they did, where they didn't know us as well.
Yeah.
As we knew the rest of the family.
Wow. Win says, I have over 20 cousins on my dad's side of the family, while I only have 13 on my mom's side. Those are cousins. That's so many cousins. The Peggy alert, 2033 bits, was from Shy, who says, every day the word Peggy just sits in my notifications, and if I can help it, it will until the fated day. But yesterday, I just saw it and went, I can never explain this to anyone. How do I explain why I have a notification for 13 years in the future that's just a name? If I ever tried to explain it, I feel like I would be immediately institutionalized, and honestly, I wouldn't blame them. I think the fun thing, again, is that, I've been doing stuff online for 13 years easy. It's probably reasonable that I could be doing it still in 13 more years. And again, I've said it before, if we get to that fated day in October 2033, there will be a party. It'll be a special party. 6 months from Pickletron XD, I did it again. Correct. 300 bits from White 15 Wolf. If dust summons Peggy, does that mean the plot of Breath of the Wild is to summon Peggy by making all the monks turn to dust? She shows up by the end. Calamity Peggy. Rocktron LP's gifted sub to Nightbot. Thank you, Rocktron. 300 bits from Ravencloak. LBJ reminds me of not the former president, but the god-awful parking lot of a highway we have here in Dallas. I'm sorry. Some roads are bad. And it's okay to say that. It's okay to say, this road is bad.
Coffee!
I'm reminded of driving in downtown Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom had never been. She's in the back seat, and I just told her at one point, I'm just like, close your eyes. Because, like, I'm, getting where I need to go. And my mom is the type of person that in the car, if she's watching what you're doing and things are a little tense, she makes audible breathing noises. I'm sure she's at home embarrassed now that I'm saying this. But she'll go, and, like, she'll do that. And I'm like, just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. We'll get to the aquarium. I promise. We'll get there. But she'll be like, ah! She gasps a lot.
Kepler is staring at you.
You concerned? Anyway, we made it to the Georgia Aquarium. It was fine. It was totally fine. 300 bits from Satsy says, it's amazing how well you perform when Steven isn't around to distract you.
I sang 3 songs. So I think it's your turn.
It's interesting. I couldn't hear very well in there, but I thought for sure I would.
Do you have any water in your Camelback?
Yeah, well, no.
At all?
No, not that you could get out, no. Do you need a liquid?
I'll just drink whatever's left in mine.
Her one-person duets were 10 out of 10. She lies. She sang 4. Oh, wow. Good job. Incredible. 3 bits from Danny X6. My job just gave me a bunch of added responsibilities with not even a whisper of a pay raise, so that's a neat little thing.
That sucks.
I don't like that. Might be something to bring up at some point, depending on how comfortable you are with discussing that.
If you have, like...
But also, I feel like it's reasonable to bring it up if you have a bunch of responsibilities.
Reviews, what do they call them? Performance reviews or something? You could, like, figure out how to word it to be like, I've had extra responsibilities for X amount of time, and you're saying I did really good.
Yeah.
I feel like my pay should reflect those extra responsibilities.
Yeah, especially after you've done things for a while, and you're like, hey, you gave me these extra things to do. And I did them, and I did them well. And be like, you've never increased my pay for that. Might be an opportunity to bring that up. Anyway, I hope that works out positively by the end. We got 300 bits from Tipsy Taj. So I decided to buy Breath of the Wild, and I severely underestimated how much fun I would have playing this game. I didn't play Animal Crossing for 2 to 3 days because of Breath of the Wild. It's very fun. It's, you know, one of the struggles that we've had playing it on Fridays is that we only get to play it once a week. And that...
I want to play it. I just want to wander around and find, like, Korok seeds just to wander around. But I can't.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that makes the game so good, aside from the gameplay mechanics of you can do whatever you want, however you want, is just the scope of the game. Like, it's so big, and you can just wander around and continually discover new and new things. So, it's, you know, I feel like for most people, it's definitely worth the money. It's a very good game. 300 bits from What Is Even This Game. My dad and his 4 brothers all have the same first and last name, but different middle names that all start with M.
Wow.
That's different. I'm guessing, I'm trying to put myself into the mindset of the parents here, where maybe they're all named after the dad, and then they just called them the middle names their whole lives.
Maybe.
And that's still a little unusual. It's not how I would do it, but you know, like if your dad's name was, you know, Ronald, and you named all your kids Ronnie, you know, or, well, Ronald, whatever, and you had, you know, Ronald M names, Ronald Mark and Ronald Mavis and Ronald Matthew, you know, and then you would just call them Mark, Mavis, and Matthew. McDonald. Ronald McDonald.
Ronald Ronnie Roberts.
I've never heard that before, so that's a new one. 300 bits from Merc2554, back from the VOD squad, catching up on Tuesday stream while at work and wanted to share the love a bit. I got an incredible gaming laptop for a bargain price and am catching up in the last 6 years of non-Nintendo gaming. It's strong enough to run Final Fantasy XIV and stream without any help, and I'm excited to explore Eorzea with some online friends. Nice. Very, very nice. There's, I love Nintendo. I really do, but also there's an entire world outside the scope of, you know, the Switch, and for the most part, it's actually kind of nice because we've gotten to a point where most games are on PC, with the exception of like some Sony exclusives. Most everything is on PC now, and or even like in a lot of cases, it will come to PC, even if it's a Sony exclusive at the beginning. A lot of stuff still does come to PC, so. It's a good time to be a PC gamer. It's a really good time. And also just getting a new computer is exciting.
I know. Shush.
I have a new computer coming next week. And I'm very excited. 300 bits from Sudabite. See, you complain about remembering 20 aunts/uncles, but imagine their pain. You have hundreds of grandchildren to remember. I do. I have hundreds of grandchildren to remember, and I do a fairly good job.
You do.
Sometimes I get folks a little confused.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I keep people mostly straight in my head. Mostly. 500 bits from Sparks15. Can we have an animatronic Peggy at the Peggy party? I mean, maybe. Would it be really neat? I mean, yeah. But if it doesn't work out, we can like make a suit. Just be like a Peggy suit. We'll make it work. Like those dinosaur suits that people wear.
Oh, the ones with the little errant.
Yeah, the inflatable ones.
I was thinking like the plush ones.
Called Justin.
Like the
You could do it.
Like the mascot ones. That's what I was thinking.
Justin could make a Peggy. And I'm sure his thought would be like, but why? He'd be like, you know, for fun. It'd have to be to scale, so it'd have to be like 8 feet tall. Is that how tall Peggy is?
Yeah.
Seems right. 300 bits from Shy, who says, I have 9 first cousins and about 16 second cousins, and that's just in the country. I know for a fact I have second cousins overseas that I have met either once or just never at all. My grandfather was one of like 13, but only about half of them lived to adulthood at most. Such was the way of things back then. People had many children in hopes of simply increasing the chances that a few of them would simply survive. It's interesting that you're so familiar with your second cousins, as I know none of my second cousins, I don't think.
I feel like I did at one point. I know 3 of my third cousins because I lived a block away from them growing up. But I don't know any others.
I know one cousin once removed. Mm-hmm. Because we had dinner with her at some point.
What about the one you talked to about the...
Oh, who is that in relation to me?
I don't remember.
I don't either. I think that's also...
A first cousin once removed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. The chart is weird, by the way. Like, if you ever actually look at the chart to learn the difference between what a cousin removed and a second or third cousin is, like, it gets complicated very quickly.
Removed is like generation.
Removed is generation. Mm-hmm. And first, second, third means how far down the family tree they are. Mm-hmm. It's confusing. It's just confusing. Listen, it's too confusing, so just have no family. It's just too hard to figure out. Find like 3 friends and be like, you're my family now. And then there you go. And then if anyone asks what your relation is, just be like, they're my friend family. And they'll say, why do you have a friend family? What happened to your real family? Be like, well, I looked at the chart and it was too hard. That's how I feel. It's too difficult. I can keep track of first cousins, and then beyond that, I'm like, I don't know how to figure this out. Can't do it. And we took the DNA thing, so like, for a while there, for a few months, every few weeks, I would get an email that was like, we have located a 4th cousin. And I'm like, I don't care. We have located a 3rd cousin. I'm like, it doesn't matter to me. I don't even know my second cousins. At what point am I going to start reaching out to my 4th cousins and being like, hey, you? We have nothing in common? Don't know any of the same people. I love it how every few months I get emails that are like, we think that this is your parent. And it is. We've never confirmed in the system that, like, my dad is my dad and my mom is my mom. So it just keeps coming up every few months. It's like, I'm pretty sure this is your mom. And I'm like, it is my mom. It might be your mom. And I'm like, it is. That's why you think that. Anyway.
I really liked it because I had taken the test and then Lindsay did it later. And she sent me a message through their system that was like, I knew it because it showed up.
Oh, no. Yep.
You want to end the stream?
Yep. I should end the stream. Let me read these last ones, and then we're gonna end because thanks. 12 months. That's a year. From Justice for Iphidamus, who says, I just recently finished Bioshock and am currently playing Bug Fables. Both great games. Both have become some of my favorite games ever, and I have you to thank for playing them. So thank you for all your amazing content. Hope you have a wonderful day and weekend. Shout out to anyone that has not experienced... I know Bioshock's been around a long time. If you haven't seen Bug Fables, watch the first 20 if you're a fan of Thousand Year Door. Maybe you're one of the people that Origami King came out and you're like, it's not Thousand Year Door. That's fine, that's a fine opinion, but play Bug Fables because it's probably what you're looking for and you'll probably really enjoy it. And then 300 bits from Shishizama, who says, friend family being real family is super important. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. It is important to have very close friends. It gets a little more important, I think, the older you get, even. Because when you're younger, you have like school friends and all these different people, and then that slowly funnels into a much tighter group of people. So, it is helpful. And with that, thank you all so much for watching. Today, Super Mario RPG continues, Episode 3. Tomorrow, Breath of the Wild. and it's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Things are also swapped because I am starting.
Yeah, you get to start.
So that's going to be...
go anywhere.
I get to control things. That's kind of nice. Otherwise, have a wonderful Thursday. And we'll see you tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and do the dome now because I'm not going to
You're going to go do the dome.
What? What?
Never mind.
Cindy Dome. All right, that's it. We're done.